What is going on, everyone? This is Eric coming at you from just outside of Hartford, Connecticut, and today we're going to look at the Andrelton Simmons trade, which occurred back on November 12th, 2015. Now, this trade was between the Los Angeles Angels and the Atlanta MLB team, and it saw the Angels acquire shortstop Andrelton Simmons alongside catcher Jose Briseño from Atlanta in exchange for shortstop Eric Ibar and a pair of pitchers in Chris Ellis and Sean Newcomb. So, before we get into the video, I just want to quickly discuss the wars are as of April 30th, 2021. That way there, we're through the month of April. We're not going to try to, do in the middle of the month of May. So that way there, it's easier for us to have a nice round date like April 30th. So anyway, the Angels got shortstop Andrelton Simmons. And Andrelton Simmons continued to be one of the league's premier elite defensive players, specifically shortstops. He did exactly what he did in Atlanta. He barely struck out, and he owned an elite glove. Now, over 5 years, while on the Angels, his batting average was .281. So he wasn't an elite offensive player, and he had a lot of singles, but still, high average like that, elite defense, you can't go wrong with that. Now, he would walk after the 2020 season. Now, his accolades include a 2-time Gold Glove winner. Now, he was also kind of injured a couple of years, so he didn't really qualify for it, but still, elite defensive player. He had a career WAR of 19.8 for the Angels. Now, the other player that they got was catcher Jose Briseño, and he spent 5 years bouncing around the franchise in the minors and in the majors. He played 46 games in 2018 for LA. That was the most he spent on the parent club. Now, he was okay. He wasn't great, and he ends up getting released after the 2020 season. He had a WAR of .6 for the team. Now, the Atlanta MLB team got 3 players here. The first we'll discuss is shortstop Eric Ibar. So, Ibar had a decent 3/4 season with Atlanta. He hit .242 among that 3.25 of a season before he was traded. Now, he gets traded to the Detroit Tigers in exchange for a pair of prospects. First was, infielder Mike Aviles was not a prospect. He was basically DFA'd almost immediately. They just said, all right, he's a throw-in, we'll take him, just to clear space on the Tigers roster. Now, the Atlanta team really wanted the catcher Cade Savique, and unfortunately for them, he never made it past AAA for the team, so it is what it is. As you can see, a pair of zeros and a negative .1 WAR for that part. So pitcher Chris Ellis was another piece that they acquired. Now, he spent 1 year in the minors for Atlanta before he got traded. Now, he was traded alongside another pitcher, John Gant, and second baseman Luke Dykstra to the St. Louis Cardinals in exchange for starting pitcher Jaime Garcia. Now, Jaime Garcia had a decent half year in Atlanta, where he would start 18 games before he was traded himself. And he gets traded to Minnesota alongside a catcher for pitcher Huascar Ynoa. And Ynoa, he had a minor impact in a handful of games over his first 2 years for Atlanta. Now, he has stepped in as a dependable starter so far, again, as of April 30th in 2021. Time will tell what happens, but he looks like he definitely has the potential. He does have good speed. He can easily throw 100 miles an hour. So the last guy that Atlanta got was pitcher Sean Newcomb. And Newcomb, he has shown flashes of brilliance at times, but he has really struggled to find his command at other times. Very streaky, very inconsistent. You can play him 2 times in a week, and he could be lights out, throwing a immaculate inning against you, and then walk 6 guys in 2/3 of an inning. It's just that streaky, that inconsistent. Still, he did begin his career as a starter for Atlanta. He has since moved to a bullpen role. He missed a chunk of April in 2021 due to a certain viral illness. He did recently return. He is a career 3.2 WAR for Atlanta. Now, how did the other teams do? We will start with Detroit, who got shortstop Eric Ibar. And Ibar had a decent quarter of the season with the Tigers, where he hit .250 before he would walk from the team. St. Louis got a trio of players. Did any of them pan out? Well, we'll start with Chris Ellis. So Chris Ellis spent 2 years in the minors for St. Louis before he was picked through the Rule 5 draft. That was the end of his time in St. Louis. Now, pitcher John Gant's the bigger name here. He bounced between the bullpen and the starting rotation, spending more time as a reliever since basically making the club in 2018. Now, he did debut in 2017, but he didn't do much of anything. And he has looked good so far in the 2021 campaign. Not elite, though. He's had a couple good starts. He's had a couple iffy starts. So he has a career 1.7 WAR up to this point for St. Louis. Lastly, they got second baseman Luke Dykstra, who, of course, is the son of the infamous Lenny Dykstra, but neither here nor there. Luke Dykstra was released after spending 2 years in Double-A. Lastly, we have the Minnesota Twins, who got starting pitcher Jaime Garcia. Garcia pitched a single game for Minnesota, where he threw a quality start before the Twins just fell out of favor. They were competitive, then they weren't. It was that quick. So then they traded him away before the trade deadline. And then catcher Anthony Ricker was the other player they got. He spent a half season in AAA before he walked. So how did the total WARs go for these teams? So of course, the Angels win this. They got a career WAR of 20.4 out of the 2 players they got. Atlanta gets a 5.5 out of all of their players that they got. Detroit got a 0.2. Again, only a quarter season of 1 player. That's nothing bad. St. Louis gets a 1.7, all from John Gant. That number should still go up. And Minnesota got a 0.1. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good rest of your day.